with a school shutting, this is what I think that people would be doing. So basically waiting for an outcome to come 10 years from now of having a very high dropout rate in regards to teens that might have been pregnant as a youth. So they're not looking at long term. They're looking at only the short term when they look at cutting our funding right now.
But 90% of them don't have the support at home to take care of their baby and to get to school regularly. And that's these girls that are here. Now the girls that are going to be delivering and in the future years, I don't know that they'll have anywhere to go because we can take the babies at 2 weeks old, they get right back into school.
Once the student is in postpartum period, after the baby comes, again, there's a lot of physical, mental, and emotional changes, and then there's 2 lives that you're dealing with. Other schools are not equipped to handle that. That is why this school has existed for 46 years. The other schools know this. The counselors and the other school administrators realize it and are very glad to refer the students on to us because they know that this program is made to fit the needs of a student who is pregnant and parenting. So I'm worried that they will drop out because there cannot be accommodations for them. Then my biggest worry is, of course, once you drop out, you don't graduate from high school, you don't have the opportunity then to go on to university or college or to a program where you learn a career or a skill, then you're living in poverty. And that is no place for anybody to be, least of all the children.
I feel like this is what teaching should be like because the teacher to student ratio is smaller. I can actually sit down side by side with every one of my students and see how they're doing. And I know exactly what they know. Sometimes I feel like I don't even need to test them because I know exactly what they know before they even take the test and who's been faking it and who hasn't. And this is what real teaching is. And any teacher should be envious of the position I'm in because I don't have to cycle through 140 students a day. And I remember teaching in a regular high school. At the end of the day, I would go, did I see that kid today? Was he in class? And I feel so bad that I didn't even connect with a couple students.
Everybody knows you. They just don't know the person who walks in and sits down. People don't talk about you. And when they are talking about you here, they're talking highly of you. And, oh, guess who so-and-so, said the other day. And, everybody knows and everybody's fine with it. And everybody's your friend. And they're, you build a relationship with everybody. At a normal school, you wouldn't.
9th and 10th grade, I would skip school. So I failed all those classes. And now that every day when I go to wake up, I get excited to go to school. I have really fun classes, and I have A's and B's. So it's kind of amazing from going to nothing but F's to A's and B's.
The extra support that we get is from the teachers and from, they let us know that having a kid wasn't a mistake.
And my grades were kind of bad, so they already decided how they should approach me. And I got into the office and they told me that I should go here because of how people are actually looking at me also. They could tell that I was pregnant.
And when I came here, I literally did not have a single credit to my name, because I wasn't completing any of the work or anything like that. And so when I came here, they were able to work with me.
The support I received was outstanding. My daughter had several medical issues, and so I had to miss days of school. I had to, I had homework and things I needed to make up, but they were lenient to the point where, I was able to take care of my newborn and also finish in graduate school.
There, I was able to take on other classes and got the encouragement that I needed to actually complete classes when there was days or times where I was just like, I just don't even want to do it at all, just because of the circumstances that I was going through. It also helped me complete because it helped me, the teachers were able to help me with seeing a better place to go as far as like my future. And so I was able to, in spite of my circumstances, have better goals and dreams for me and my child.
The benefits for having my child on campus is that when they get sick, I'm right there and I can take them home and I don't have to drive far to go get them or drop them off. And when they're hungry, they bring her to me so I can feed her and I can see her more throughout the day and like have that bond with her. And I don't feel so far away from her and worry about her so much.
They teach me English, and it was awesome to learn English quickly.
When you're here and you need a social worker, they're here. You can find them and you can go talk to them about anything physically, mentally, emotional, or environmental that may be going wrong with you or your child.
Rhonda has affected, I believe, most of the other students very strongly. If we need something, she helps us with it. If we have no formula, she helps us with it. She helps us with wipes, diapers, clothing for girls who need clothing.
So I think going to a school with girls that are going through the same thing, they understand and they're not going to judge you. I think it's great that they have schools like this.
If I didn't come to Marian Pritchett, I wouldn't probably have came back to school because I dropped out for a year and a half. And I'm graduating this year and I'm pretty excited.
After graduating from the school, I started at BSU. I'm majoring in psychology. I'll be graduating from there in the next couple years.
I'm married. I've been married for 5 years this August. And I'm the director of an intervention group. So we do substance abuse and addiction issues.
Me and my husband have our own business, which is really successful, dealing with the middle class and finances and stuff. And that's where I am in life.
If the school was in here,
What will you do?
I don't know. I know I wouldn't graduate. I wouldn't graduate. And that's I have to do it. I have to.
If the school was to close down, I would probably drop out. I wouldn't go to school anymore because you get a lot of criticism from other schools. Like teachers put you down, kids stare at you, they judge you, and just kids are mean about teen moms. They just don't understand.
I would try to go back to school, but I know it would be so different that I don't think I would graduate. I don't think I would want to go back to school because I don't want to go somewhere where people are like, oh, look, she's a mom. And, like, they don't understand. There would be a lot of talking, a lot of hurt.
If the school was to close, I probably would not finish school.
Just for being a teen mom, I'd be ridiculed, and it's not fair, and it makes life very hard. And when you're ridiculed in school, you're more focused on how you're being treated by the other classmates rather than, well, how do I get this problem done? What are my grades in this class?
What this school does is it goes way beyond just being an educational institution or school. It goes to the point of reaching out to the young women that come here and saying, you are important, you are number one, and your baby's going to be number one in your life. And that's what matters, because if they don't know that they're important and that they're valued, they will never be able to get through high school, they'll never be able to go on to college, and they'll never be able to parent. It'll be a repeat of maybe what they knew in their childhood. And the most important thing that anyone can do that works here, and that's my job here, I leave the title social worker behind and become a person and try to be there for the girls.